Hi, I'm Lauren. I was born and raised right outside of Chicago, and I was lucky enough to land in Youngstown. I've been telling stories since I was in high school, and I want to continue doing that right here.
My name is Mike Case, and I love this area. I grew up here, I went to school here, and I work here. Always have. Lauren and I both know there are so many good stories to tell and so many good people that deserve the spotlight. And this program allows us to do just that. Good afternoon. Welcome back. Another episode of Valley Spotlight.
We are so glad to have you. I'm Lauren.
My name's Mike. We have a big show for you today. A lot of it's centered here in Trumbull County. That's kind of where we tape the show.
Yes, it is. So Warren, Ohio, we are putting the spotlight on you today for a lot of good reasons, right, Mike?
Yep. We're going to talk a little about a brewery here downtown.
Yeah, it's called Modern Methods. It's fairly new, and they've been very successful so far. There's a lot of reasons why they've been so successful. Not only is the beer good, Mike.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
You even like it, and he's very picky when it comes to craft beer. So that
true.
says a lot right there. And then the person behind it brings a huge level of community engagement to everything that they do within this brewery. So it's a great story.
And we have a local family that's been in business over 100 years. We'll find out their secret and also find out what Chad and Mark Canzonetta are up to too.
Yeah, Chad and I are going to spend some time in the kitchen. We're not cooking. You're spending time at Bistro 1907 where you do a little bit of cooking, right?
Well, I did a little bit of eating. It was delicious.
Finally.
We have a new twist on corn on the cob for you. But first, let's start with this. All right. Quick thinking back now, your first record album that you ever got.
Ace of Base.
Ace of Base may not be yours, but if you're my age or older, you certainly remember that day. Mine was Michael Stanley Band, if you remember them. But anyway, the record went the way of the cassette. Then, of course, the CDs came in, and now you can stream your music live. But don't fret. The record is back and better than ever. And at a place in Niles, they've been playing the hits for close to 40 years.
Cassettes were in, compact discs were coming in, and you know they were squeezing the record out completely.
The year was 1983. Record Connection had just moved to Pine Tree Plaza in Niles, and Jeff Burke was searching for an answer.
Record sales were okay back then. Cassette was on its way, so it was tough going in the beginning.
Then a couple of events changed everything. People were signing up for cable, and they discovered MTV. John Lennon was killed just about the time his album was released, and then Def Leppard's Pyromania finally caught fire.
We could not give that record away, and then all of a sudden it just clicked. Then we couldn't keep it in stock. So that's probably one of the bigger ones.
But eventually, new technology and big box stores started phasing the record out.
If you kind of follow what happened, the chain stores pushed the records out because they took up too many square feet and it wasn't profitable. You know, but we hung in. We kept selling records. We stayed with the record album.
Now, fast forward 35 years, and the record is back and playing on turntables once again.
I'm probably as surprised as the next guy. I never envisioned the record coming back. You know, it never really went away in this store. We condensed, you know, we kept cutting down, but we always had a few bins full of records here.
It's way more than a few bins now.
Oh my God, thousands and thousands. You're only seeing a small percentage of what's in here. Underneath every one of my cabinets is just stuff full of used records.
The question is why? Why is vinyl in vogue once again? There are a couple of reasons. First, the technology.
They just want the physical product. They want the best sound they can get. You're getting music right now. The needle's trapped in the source. The music is instantaneous. Even your CDs are delayed a little bit.
And second, the people that listen to them enjoy the sound and the feeling that they get.
You know, to a lot of older people, it just reminds them of their youth. You know, this is what we did. There was record stores like this all over the place in the Niles, Warren, Youngstown area. We have people now that visit the store, they bring their kids in, and they said, now this is a record store.
And nowadays, it's the records that keep this store in business. Take Record Store Day, for example. A day every April that celebrates the independent record store and offers exclusive deals. It's always a hit, especially when Jeff had the opportunity to bring in a local legend, Dave Grohl and his Foo Fighters, for a one-of-a-kind show.
We're going to play a bunch of songs as fast as we can so we can have a good time here.
He thanked me at least 10 times for putting that thing together, and I'm like blown away, just, you know, shaking my hand, giving me a hug.
Music fans should do the same. If it weren't for the small record stores, the record would not have made the comeback. But how long will this record renaissance continue?
I'm still on the fence, actually. I'm still trying to figure it out, even after 38 years. There's no rhyme or reason.
So for now, Jeff will keep buying and selling albums, and the records will keep spinning in this store. It's how Jeff wants it, and how he thinks it should be done.
We've done it right. You know, we've had fun here. We've had a lot of fun here. We've been straight with the public. You know, we've never gouged. This place has always been really, really good about supporting music. So I always say that the city of Niles, or McKinley Heights, whatever you want to say, deserves a store like Record Connection.
And if you're wondering, oh my gosh, I have albums at home, he only takes the best of the best, but they do sell used albums. So check them out, Record Connection, Pine Tree Plaza in Niles. They've been there forever. And I got to sign the wall. That was so cool. Right next to Joe Walsh and Steve Vesey. I mean, that's a big deal.
I'm not sure who's a bigger deal on that one.
I was a little too close to Joe Walsh, but, you know, I should have went over a little bit. But, all right, that's it for now. What do we have coming up?
Home Advantage. Chad Cromer takes a look at all the things you need to notice when you're taking a look at a kitchen for the first time. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
The Hope Center for Arts and Technology, located in Sharon, offers free job training as part of their Medical Assistant Diploma program. No cost to qualified students. The application deadline is July 31st. Log on to hopecat.org and click Apply Now.
Bistro 1907 is a classic yet unique American bistro. This space lets us immerse ourselves in history. The dishes are inspired by our past but have a modern twist. Bistro 1907 by Mark Canzonetta is unlike any place else. Find out why. I'm Mark Canzonetta, and I welcome you to Bistro 1907.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight. Microbreweries seem to be popping up all over the place, but there's one in particular in downtown Warren along Dave Grohl Alley that has become extremely popular. This comprehensive approach to the beer business while engaging the community sets this brewery apart from all the rest.
The Keck boys brewed their first batch of beer on the stove in my childhood home.
Great things usually start with great people. Adam Keck, founder of Modern Methods Brewery, didn't have to go far to find the people who would take a hobby and turn it into a business.
The whole thing kind of started back in 2011 or so. So my dad had the idea, let's get a home brewing kit and something for the boys to do to stay out of trouble. And so kind of just so happened that my now wife, Sarah, moved in with me at that time, and it was I kind of needed a hobby.
That hobby took on a life of its own.
My goal as a home brewer was to get my beer in front of as many people as I could. So over that probably 6-year period, I brewed thousands of gallons of beer in my parents' garage, put a lot of late nights in, and really any opportunity, art openings, charity events where I could just bring beer and serve it to people to get their feedback. That was what I was doing.
Adam graduated from Brown University and moved home to help his city thrive. His appreciation for tying together a community became the strength behind his brews. He considers other local breweries as a support system rather than competitors.
And the idea is there's so much opportunity out there for us to convert, industrial macro beer drinkers into craft beer fans and tell the story of craft beer and why it's important, how that's supporting local jobs, how it's supporting local businesses, that we really don't need to go after each other's very tiny market share, because the more people that are drinking craft and appreciating this culture, the better we're all going to do.
His ties to the Warren-Youngstown area are evident if you look closely at his beer list. There are craft beers created for area charities and special events. With each specialty crafted draft, different organizations benefit from the drink purchase. It's a modern method of giving back to the city of Warren.
It's the historic Kresge building here in downtown Warren on Dave Grohl Alley. It's been a really great location for us. And we had the concept for Modern Methods Brewing Company, really taking this piece of Warren's history, this giant sign on City Hall in 1909 that went up. It said, "Opportunity, it's here, Warren, the city of modern methods." And so we really I enjoyed the history of that, and kind of the pride in the area's industrial past, but it also feels like a cool new concept, with kind of a progressive vision for the future.
Keep in mind, Modern Methods is only open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. For more information on this great place, log on to our website, valleyspotlight.com. All right, it was bound to happen one of these days. Mike and Mark are hanging out at Bistro 1907. There's a spin on sweet corn that you don't want to miss, so take it away, guys.
Back here at Bistro 1907 with chef and owner Mark Canzonetta.
Hey, Mike Case,
a
how
new
are you?
locale for us.
I know,
Kitchen
right? I
behind
know.
us.
Isn't this great? We're finally in the building.
Feverishly working today.
I know.
like
My
that.
staff's in the back getting ready for lunch service. So today we're here to do some things based around local in Ohio.
Right, and there's no better season. They say knee-high by the 4th of July, but people sell corn now.
Well, it's coming in early from Marietta, Ohio.
Yeah.
So knee-high by the 4th of July is true. And I was with Rick Molnar yesterday. He says we're going to have some corn by the end of the week.
That's awesome. And you have some corn for us today.
Yeah, and we're going to
a little different twist on it.
We're a little different twist. We're going to make elote.
Elote.
Elote is Mexican street corn.
There you go.
So we're going to have some Mexican street corn. So you get this beautiful corn. And again, this is coming in from Columbiana right now. But it's still beautiful, fantastic, sweet corn, just like this. Okay. So we're going to take it and we're going to put it in some water. And we're going to simmer it. You can do it two ways, simmered or grilled. So
hey, can I ask you a question about corn before you do that? You know how you see it at the store, and you're not sure what's in it.
Right.
I mean, you're not sure if it's a good piece or a bad piece or what.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, so how do you know? Are you allowed to just peel it back?
You are allowed to peel it back. I think some of the local grocers now have gotten to the point where people don't want all the silk in their kitchen. Right. So you're allowed to peel it actually at the store and take it home.
Oh, that's way better.
That's
and the
pretty
corn
cool.
is kind of speckled with the white ones.
This is the bread and butter corn. Yeah.
Okay, that's the sweet kind.
It's very, 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 very,
excuse
very good.
my interruption.
So we're going to take this. We're going to season the water a little bit. So you always want to season the water. We're going to put a little bit of salt in there because, you want to put a little bit of flavor into the corn.
Okay.
Pre-season it. We're going to take it and we're going to put it in here in this boiling water. And we're just going to cover it for a little bit and we're going to let that get happy.
Now, there's a lot of ways to cook it, right?
Corn is just like anything.
Some people say boil it, then stop the boil, then put the corn in, then shut it.
They do. You can actually take corn and just put it on an open fire real quick on your gas stove and toast it real quick if you like it a little crunchier.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, after that is done cooking, about 5 to 10 minutes, or on the grill, about 5 to 6 minutes on the grill. You're going to have two different kinds of corn that come out. You have the beautiful just boiled corn, and then you have this wonderful charred corn. I like the charred corn especially for the elote because it gives it bigger depth of flavor. So what we do here is we're going to take a plate, and you're going to find this crazy. We're going to brush it with mayonnaise.
All right. Okay. I'm interested. Now you got my interest.
It's kind of like food glue.
Okay.
So we're just going to brush this with mayonnaise because mayonnaise does what? It holds everything together. Okay. Like when you get a turkey club or whatever you're eating, it's food glue. So we take that. We're going to now season that with a little bit of chili lime dust. Chili lime, a little chili diaboral, a little bit of lime zest, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay. Now we're going to take and do a couple more real quick. You see how that just brushes on? It makes like a little coating. And mayonnaise is kind of neutral. You know, it's not exactly the most healthy thing to put on corn, but think about it.
I was thinking it was butter. I thought it was butter, to tell you the truth.
Well, butter doesn't hold down all the seasonings as well.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to season these.
Okay.
Just like that.
Oh, you can smell it.
Oh my God, it's amazing. So we're going to season them, and now we're going to top it with a little bit of cilantro. Give it that bright, fragrant, herby overtones. A little bit of cotija.
What's cotija?
It's like the Mexican, in between like a goat cheese and a feta.
Oh.
And then we're going to take some toasted pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds, put that over the top for a little bit of crunch.
Oh my God, that's good.
And then now we're going to hit it with a little bit of ancho chili aioli and just make it a little better. Top it off with a little bit more dust. And there you have Mexican street food.
How about that?
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Are you willing to try that, Mike Case?
I'm willing to try it.
All right,
Should we give it a go?
Let's give it a go.
Now wait, there's a lot of ways to eat corn. Some go left to right and then start again like a typewriter. Some go down and around.
I go left to right.
And then start again on the left? Or do you go back?
I go back.
You do?
I do.
Oh, okay. I go left to right, then I go back.
All right, you ready?
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that's ridiculous.
Is that not insane?
Way better than regular corn. It's totally insane.
So did I totally take you shock and awe?
That blew me away.
All right, man. Mexican street corn. Molnar Farm's going to be serving the best corn in the valley very soon.
All right, we'll take a break, wipe off, and then we'll come back and make a drink.
Sounds good.
Okay.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make.
You want to feel as good as you want to look. You don't just want what's stylish. At the end of the day, you want to be in style but be comfortable too, and a good fit goes a long way to do that.
Gentile Facial Plastic and Aesthetic Laser Center leads the way in using technology to improve the way you look and feel. Dr. Gentile is excited to offer a new effective procedure, Profound, the non-invasive facelift. Call us today.
When we last left you, we were looking at the Mexican street corn, or elote.
Elote, man.
Yeah, and now we're going to make a drink.
We're going to make a drink. We're going to make my dad's margarita.
Okay.
Pop's Margarita.
Pop's
it's one
Margarita.
of our classics here at Bistro 1907.
So I'm going to guess it has a bit of an Italian slant to it.
A bit of an Italian slant.
Are there
but still
peppers in the margarita?
No, that would be good, though. My
See?
dad wouldn't like that,
Oh,
but he
okay.
would like it a little bit. So we're going to make our own sour mix, and that's one of the key components. Sour mix is like citrusy and sweet. It gets your palate all excited. Okay, so we're going to take orange juice.
Okay. You know, for a couple guys that used to work at Chi-Chi's, this is
perfect.
very exciting.
Well, I think we just opened up a jug back then. We're going to take lime juice.
They had the triple sec and everything ready to go.
We're going to take some lemon juice, and then we're going to take simple syrup. Water, sugar, bring to a boil.
Okay.
Equal parts. And that's going to be our this is going to be our sour mix. We're going to give it a little shake.
Okay.
And now we're going to begin to craft Pop's Margarita. So we're going to take some Di Serrano. Nice little generous. That's the Italian part.
What's that taste like? Is it sweet?
It's sweet. It's made from almonds, almond pits, actually.
Okay.
Yes, and we're going to take some Cointreau. Now we're going to take that beautiful sour mix. Now we're going to give it a shake because you want it to be nice and frothy. Remember the frothy margaritas?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so I like to do 30 shakes.
You're not going to do salt on the rim.
No, because this is Italian.
It's a different kind of drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to make it really nice and frothy.
Okay.
And we're going to strain that over. Well, we're just going to pour it over.
Let's pour it in.
We're going to pour it over.
Biggest mistake people make when they do drinks or margaritas. Do they make them too strong or too weak?
Well, too strong is not a bad thing some days. Okay, we're going to garnish that with
Depends
a
on who's
great
at your party.
Luxardo cherry, an orange, and we're going to have Pop's Margarita.
Oh.
And I think this would go very, very well with the corn.
I think so too. We going to toast Pops?
We're going to toast Pops. Here's to you, Pop.
Pops. He would love that.
Oh my God.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
That's wonderful. It doesn't taste like a margarita.
I know.
It tastes like an orange.
It's because it's Pop's
whip.
Margarita.
Orange whip.
Okay.
Hey, all this stuff on the seasonal menu at
It will
Bistro
be.
1907.
Absolutely.
Right? Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mike.
All right.
See you soon, brother.
See you next time. Well, I would just like to say that Mark has completely ruined sweet corn for me now. I liked it the old way with butter and salt. I was all excited about it. Now he's got to throw in all these chili dust and mayonnaise and everything. And
I would never have thought to put mayonnaise on that. It looks amazing.
You'll need a napkin Let me tell you, because it was
You
all
might
over
need a
me.
rag or a towel.
For sure, but it was delicious. Check them out. Check
All
'em out
right,
down there.
let's see here. Home Advantage coming up next with Chad Cromer. We're going to spend some time in the kitchen, and this kitchen is really pretty nice too. Wait till you see this, Mike.
Let's see.
All right, this week on Home Advantage, we decided to come inside, and Chad, I have to admit, like when you're seeing a home like this, it's really hard not to fall in love with everything you're seeing. I'm looking at these countertops, they've got a little bit of sparkle to them, and my eye is drawn to that.
Absolutely. I mean, they're Cambria quartz. They're amazing product.
So beautiful.
They're beautiful. So what I'm looking at though is that I know the eye is going there. My eye is going somewhere else.
Where's it going?
It's going to be on these appliances. I think they're amazing. I already know what they are from being in the industry. They're smudge proof. So if you have like moist, clammy palms, you can just run it right over there and nothing's there. So if you have stainless steel appliances, kids, a dirty husband, something like that, you know how beneficial that is.
Sure, there are people at home thinking to themselves, I have all of those things
Absolutely.
on my list. I do have to admit though, when I first walked in, these cabinets, I think they're great.
And they are. It's a maple cabinet. It's a full wood cabinet. Nice crown molding. I can tell that they've been painted though. So that could be a positive or a negative. The positive to you would be, yes, if you don't like this color, you know the wood could withstand another coat of paint if you want them white or something like that. But also there's no more possibility of having wood come through if you would like the wood look.
Right, and I'm noticing they're not those.
Not those cool soft clothes.
Yeah, I did notice
So the kids
that.
can slam them.
Oh, my kid would be slamming away on that. That's for sure.
So those are the benefits of something with that type of cabinet. So they're not brand new, but that's what you focus on in a high-end home. You know, should these be replaced with something that's new? Again, it's a debate and it's a question that the buyer and agent should talk about.
So Chad, while everybody's looking at the beautiful cabinets and the countertops, the floor is of course where a lot of money goes as well, right?
Absolutely, and they're beautiful. Most people are going to think that these are wood floors, 3/4 inch. And in the kitchen, you have to be really careful of that. Kids, people are dropping things on the floor. It could damage the wood. Obviously with the dishwasher, sink, pans, a lot of moisture happens in this area. These are laminate floors. They're amazing, maintenance free. Again, whatever you're dropping on this, it could withstand the water.
Well, that's good to know. And the kids and the mistakes and the pets, all of that stuff. You are a wealth of knowledge, always noticing the things that I wouldn't when we're walking into a home. You obviously enjoy your job. I have to close with that. Is that okay? Because you have a passion for it.
I love it. It's why I've been doing it 15 years. My dad always said, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, and that's true.
Chad, always a pleasure working with you. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it.
If you suffer from snoring or sleep apnea, wake up. The Sleep Easy Dental Spa has created a simple oral sleep device that is life-changing.
A lot of our patients have had a CPAP and either can't wear it or hate it.
Well, I was looking for alternative therapies for years, but I heard about the Sleep Easy dental appliance, and I gave that a try, and voila, it works like magic.
This custom-fit sleep device is covered by most insurance plans and Medicare. Call today for your free consultation. The Sleep Easy Dental Spa. Sleep better tonight. Enjoy life tomorrow.
Hey, guys! I got the pizza.
We're always early.
Where's the band?
What time does this thing start anyway?
It starts the end of May till early September. The only place to be, River Rock at the M, every Saturday night.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight. Some people will say you should never mix business with family, and others will say that is the only way to succeed. But when you've been in business for over 100 years, that is most certainly something to stop and think about.
Scarpaci's has proven family and business mixed together like peas and carrots, and peppers, and strawberries, and nectarines, and pretty much any produce you can think of. It's a family business that continues to thrive season after season. Larry Scarpaci and his wife Kathy continue the family legacy.
Larry's grandparents had a place called the Market House. We still have customers, elderly customers that remember the Market House. And Larry's third generation, over 100 years with this family business. And they've moved numerous places. There was a big fire at the Market House way long time ago when his grandparents were there. And his father moved to this location, I don't know, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, I'm not even sure. And we've taken it from there.
Well, I remember hearing stories about my dad was the youngest of 10 children. My grandparents owned the arcade downtown, or were involved in the arcade, or so better known as the Market House. Being the youngest of 10, the whole family worked at that time, and they used to bring him down, and he slept in a banana box, which was an old wooden crate with some shredded newspaper in it. And that's how he got his start.
Larry has spent his life learning and growing this business. His father planted the seed early.
I always took a big interest in it, and when I was old enough to start working with my dad, I really would rather have worked with him than go to school or anything else. So anytime I had the opportunity, that's what I did. I worked with him. Of course, naturally, he made me go to school, but whenever I did have that opportunity, that's what I would do. I would ride with him to the market. I would do whatever he did, I would follow him.
And the Scarpaci family continues to do business almost in the exact same way that it was done decades ago. Each wholesale customer has their own notebook with order history and prices. And of course, the computer and phone have helped a bit over the years.
70-count potatoes are $23.75 a case. And we also have red skins that are $24.50, 50-pound bag, new crop from Florida.
Joe Libator's mother was a Scarpaci. At the age of 87, he still helps keep the books to keep their customers happy.
You got to get up in the morning. You got to be disciplined. Who wants to get up when you're my age at 5 o'clock in the morning and get down here at 6:30? Huh? So, but I guess it's in your blood. The produce business gets in your blood, and you got to do it.
With over 80 wholesale produce customers and the retail store located off North Park in Warren, this family will continue to sell the best of the best because they only buy from the best of the best.
Well, as far as people that I purchase from, I grew up with most of them. When my dad was on the market, and back in those days you went to the market every day and you walked what they called the street, and you chose whatever fruits and vegetables you wanted to buy, from who you wanted to buy them from, and then you'd haul them home. It's changed somewhat since then, but mostly my father dealt with their father. Now I deal with them. In other words, they're my age, a little younger, a little older, but we're all in the same generation, and we do business.
A 100 years, Michael.
Let's do 100 more.
Really
What the
great
heck?
people.
Good
Wonderful
job.
stories. Thank you so much. We've had a great week, haven't we?
We certainly have. Thanks for watching this week. That'll do it for Valley Spotlight. If you would like to learn more about the show or send us your information,
valleyspotlight.com. That's where to find us.
see you next time.